Hi, I'm Paul from Intella Parts Company. I have a UniCarrier with me today, and we're going to go over the history of UniCarriers. Today, you're looking at an MCP 1F2 A25LV UniCarrier. Now, this particular UniCarrier is a little bit older, but not too old. Still a good used forklift. So the question that we're going to be answering today is, who is UniCarriers? They're kind of a different brand. They're pretty common nowadays. You see them a lot. But how did they come to be? To learn more about UniCarriers, you have to go back to 1949 to a company that's not even called UniCarriers. In 1949 in Japan, a company called TCM, which stands for Toyo Carriers Manufacturing Co., they're founded in Japan. Now, TCM is one part of what UniCarriers will eventually be. The other part of UniCarriers comes from Nissan. Now, Nissan made their first forklift in 1957 in Japan. So TCM and Nissan spent just about 20 years in Japan only as a forklift company. In 1976, TCM ventured across the Pacific and established TCM America. So in 1976, TCM started sending their forklifts they built in Japan across the Pacific to the United States. And they did this for about 12 years until 1988 when TCM founds TCM Manufacturing USA. Starting then, TCM started building forklifts in the US. In 1993, Nissan did the same thing that TCM did. They founded the Nissan Forklift Corporation North America. And they started making Nissan forklifts in North America under that company. If you have a forklift from Nissan that was built between 1957 and 1993, you have a Japanese-made Nissan. If you have a 1949 to 1976 TCM, you have a Japanese-made TCM. Now, for the next 14 years after Nissan founds Nissan Forklift Corp., TCM and Nissan go on just producing normal forklifts. In 2007, Nissan acquires Atlas AB Forklift as part of their expansion in the US. And in 2009, TCM Corp. becomes a subsidiary of Hitachi Construction Machinery Ltd. Now, up until this point, UniCarriers is not even a thing. UniCarriers doesn't come into existence until 2011, when UniCarriers Holding Corp. in Japan is established. So in 2011, UniCarriers is created as a joint venture between Nissan Motors, Hitachi Construction Machinery, and the Innovation Company of Japan, which is a Japanese government bailout type fund. Neither Nissan or Hitachi, which owns TCM, really wanted to stay in the forklift business. In 2012, UniCarriers was formed as kind of a holding company for Nissan and TCM. During this holding phase, Nissans and TCMs are now built in the US under the UniCarrier name. And in 2014, UniCarriers acquires Krepa BV, which is a Dutch forklift sales company, and New England Industrial Truck. Then, on July 31st, 2015, Mitsubishi made the announcements that they would purchase the UniCarrier completely. Mitsubishi Heavy Industry will own 65%, and Mitsubishi Nichiu will own 35%. After the acquisition of TCM and Nissan Forklift by Mitsubishi, it helped grow the Mitsubishi brand so they can challenge the heavier hitters like Toyota and Kion, which are two of the world's top forklift manufacturers. And that's basically where we stand today. Today, UniCarriers is a Mitsubishi product. Nissan doesn't make forklifts. TCM doesn't make forklifts anymore. They're all Mitsubishi under the UniCarrier brand.
Now you know the history of UniCarriers.
Started off as two separate companies, TCM and Nissan, eventually merging together into UniCarriers and eventually being bought by Mitsubishi. If you have a UniCarrier or a Nissan or TCM or even a Mitsubishi and you need parts for your forklift, give us a call and we will be glad to help you find the correct parts for your forklift. I'm Paul from Intella Parts Company, and I will see you in the next video.